Welcome back. It's Movie Time Podcast, episode 28. 28 episodes is a lot of episodes. Do you guys remember when we did our first?
I do.
Not really.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. 5 years ago.
We were all in different places. Where were you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember.
Where were you when episode 1 of the It's Movie Time Podcast dropped?
When
Was
we
it
had
January?
Was it January?
Yeah. Because our second or third episode was Captain America, which came out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, still a banger. Top 10 of the year.
You think
Just
so?
Kidding, no, it's not. It's
I don't know
not
about
my
that.
top 10.
I was going to say top 10 of the year is insane. Like, I think it's good, but top 10 of the year is oof.
Yeah, that's high praise. It was at one point top 10.
When it was one of the 10 movies that had come out that year.
Yes, I'd say top 18.
Okay.
Why 18?
I'm interested to do our top 10 movies of the year list at the end of the year.
Yeah,
It's been a lot of good stuff.
I say top 18 because top 20 sounded too broad in my head.
I mean, 18's just too off.
Well, closer.
I like your train of thought, though.
Thank you.
Today's going to be exciting. We've got 2 reviews. We're going to review Splitsville as well as The Conjuring Last Rites. We are going to talk as well Book-to-Film Adaptations. We've got The Long Walk coming out this week, yet another Stephen King book to film. I'm sure some of us on our favorite book to film list might have a Stephen King book or two. I know I definitely do. But let's hop right into it, honestly. No need to waste any time here. But actually, first, how's the week been? How's the weekend?
Weekend was good. Look, we went and saw. You were unable to join us because you went to a football game, but we went and saw The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Oh, this will
And-
make some people mad.
This will make some people mad. This might make you mad. Last episode, we talked about how I thought that Dune has the possibility of becoming a better trilogy than The Lord of the Rings. I said that Dune 1 isn't as good as The Fellowship, but I said that Dune 2 is better than The Two Towers, and people got really upset at that online. And we went and saw it in theaters again, and I stand by that statement. Dune 2 is leagues above.
Leagues is
No,
crazy.
it's like genuinely leagues above The Fellowship of the Ring. It's shot beautifully. Great performances all around. It is one of the slowest movies I think I've ever seen in my life.
But I think the problem is it's because we did extended edition. So it's what, 3 hours and 40 minutes? And so I do think, yeah, it can, feel very slow.
Uh-huh.
And
But
so in that
it's
sense,
3 hours long regardless. Like the normal movie is 3 hours
it?
long.
Yeah. Well, look, you've got great characters, though. You've got Gollum, who's introduced. You've got a ton of great battle moments. You've got a ton of great character development. I guess leagues above is crazy to me. You can say it's better, but like they're both 5 out of 5 movies.
But The Fellowship to me, and don't get me wrong, I love The Lord of the Rings. Big fan. The Fellowship to me is like 3.75 stars out of 5 up until the Battle of Helm's Deep.
So you're saying
the Two Towers.
Two
Or-
Towers.
Oh yeah, sorry, the Two Towers. Sorry, Two Towers is 3.75 up until the Battle of Helm's Deep. Once Helm's Deep starts, it automatically jumps it up to 5 stars. But without Helm's Deep, the movie's not that good.
I disagree wholeheartedly. The movie's not that good. The movie's good. The movie's great.
But without Helm's Deep, it's not 5 stars.
I think it is. I think Gollum's a good enough character. I think when it comes to a trilogy and actually building to the third one, it's a good enough movie. Like, I think the slowness you talk about, like, until Helm's Deep, like, people could argue the same about Dune, where it's like, oh, Dune's slow up until, like, the battle at the end, which isn't even that big of a piece. I don't agree with that, but it's like No, these movies are still like phenomenal movies. They're shot well, they're really well directed. It pushes the story along that you love, or so you claim.
Yeah.
I guess 3.75 is crazy to me.
I gave the movie 5 stars, but without the Helm's Deep battle, which that full battle is probably a solid 50 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like an hour of the movie.
Yeah. So if you take out an hour of that movie, I don't know if it progresses enough outside of like Frodo and Gollum. It doesn't, like, without Helm's Deep, nothing else really progresses.
I disagree, but I think in terms of, to your point, I guess I disagree with the leagues above. I think I do think Dune 2 is better than the Two Towers. I agree with you on that, but I don't think like if you compare them side by side, like Two Towers is just definitively much better. I mean, Dune 2 is definitively much better. Realistically, I just think they're honestly kind of on the same level of epicness. They're on the same level of progressing the story. I think Dune 2 has more moments of pure acting phenomenon, which is fantastic. And like, I agree again that Dune 2 is better. I just think like leagues above is a little bit
Well, I just
crazy.
feel like the storytelling from the Fellowship to the Two Towers, it takes a step back.
And I'd agree with that. It takes a step back when it comes, for me, Fellowship is a better movie than The Two Towers. But I don't think it takes a big enough step back to where I'd be like, it's not a 5 out of 5. Like,
And I gave it 5 out of 5.
yeah, but even without the Battle of Helm's Deep, I'd give it 5 out of 5.
I don't know if you would.
I would.
When was the last time you watched it? You said a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Go see it in theaters. I think you might change your mind.
I mean, I'm going to see it in theaters, but I don't think I'll change my mind.
I think you might. I think if you were at your house and you turned that movie on and you tried to watch all 3 hours and 45 minutes of it without picking up your phone one time, you would be unable to do it.
I'm not going to lie to you, Jax, and you're not going to believe me. When I watched it at home a couple of months ago, it was like I didn't pick up my phone.
I don't believe you. You're right.
I watched it at like 11:30 at night. I didn't pick up my phone. I watched it all the way through.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I know you're...
Do you really think
Film,
I would
sleep,
lie
repeat.
about that though?
Yeah, I do. Just to prove a point.
No, I'm not trying to prove a point because I'm not like trying to have a whole argument with you. I disagree with some of the things, but like I do also argue the fact that I do think I would think it's a 5-star movie, and mainly because I have watched it recently enough that because I look at things more from a filmmaking perspective than you do too. So we're different on that level. You do. I'm not saying you don't, but like I really do. Like in the epic scale, everything that's happening, like it's enough for me to be down to clown.
That's fair. The thing that... I don't know. Fellowship is pretty much deemed like a glorified hike. Like they just film a hike, you know? Like that's what a lot of people online will say. The Two Towers is worse than that. It's like Merry and Pippin in the forest for 3 hours and 45 minutes.
I think that's where it goes. And I don't know how much of it's like extended compared to the original because I don't remember the last time I watched the original. But the Merry and Pippin and the Ents, that is a very long, drawn out thing that I'm like, you could have wrapped that up real quick. A lot of the Frodo and Sam stuff, same thing. I don't even see like the need for them to go to Boromir's brother, Faramir, with him. Like that whole thing is just like, okay, whatever. Like just little side quest type stuff. But the whole thing with like Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli and Gandalf, like that is essential.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
stuff is just kind of like,
See, I
get it
well,
over
and I
with.
think maybe that's where we disagree because like everything with Treebeard and everything in that realm, I love.
no, it's great, but like it is like, it does seem kind of drawn out.
Yeah, but I think there's enough filler like in between of other things happening that it works. Like the film's edited well enough that it
Yeah.
works, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it does work. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, I gave the movie 5 stars.
Yeah.
But
Well, like, and I
Dune
think
2,
like
again, for me, Dune 2 is like, storytelling wise, Dune 2 to the Two Towers is so far above what the Two Towers was able to accomplish. And if you've read the books, you also know that, like, when he describes things in those books, he'll describe what a rock face looks like for 10 pages. That's what it feels like watching the Two Towers. Is it just feels like we're stuck on the same thing for 45 minutes when we should have progressed past this 25 minutes
I just
ago.
disagree because it does exactly what a second movie needs to do when it comes to progressing the story. Like, the reason Return of the King is so good is because of everything that the Two Towers as well as Fellowship put into place. Like the I don't know. I just think from a pure standpoint, and like, again, I like Dune 2 more, but like King Theoden's great. Everything in that realm, like, there's so many things that are great that make that movie without the Battle of Helm's Deep more than a 3.75.
But he's the main storyline of that film. Like, that is the main storyline. I don't know. I just felt like it took 3 hours and 45 minutes to tell a story that should have been told or could have been told in like 2.5. Like, even the regular runtime of 3 hours, it's still quite long.
Yeah, well, I'll come back to you after I watch it.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to get hated on for that online. If we post a clip of that, people are going to really dislike that. But
Well, I really dislike that.
I mean, my thing, looking at it, I'm like, when Dune 2 came out, like, we saw it, what, like 9 times? Like, every week, sometimes, multiple times in the week. I could only handle the Two Towers once.
But I mean,
And that's because runtime is obviously a big
to
thing.
that point, yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I'm on the same page. I think the Two Towers is great. I give it 5 stars. But I think Dune is better.
yeah.
I'm not saying, like, he's saying leagues above, but I'm like, I enjoy that movie.
I think
a
that's
lot
where I
more.
disconnect with you. Is I don't think it's leagues above. I think, like, I don't know. You also have to look at it from, like, what sucks is with movies like this, you do have to look at it from technology aspects too, where like Dune has so many pieces in it that are pushed with technology
yeah,
and so many visuals that are.
but that's not anything that I'm complaining about. I'm not saying that I don't like it because of how it looks. Like, it's shot beautifully. It's a beautiful movie. Like, the entire time I was watching it, every single scene and sequence and it's all beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why we go see it on the big screen, because it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But when you're just looking at pure, like, storytelling aspects of it, it's a big step down from the Fellowship. And then Return of the King takes a huge step up from the Two Towers to finish that story, right? It's the end. It's like that epic final movie of the trilogy, right? And so it takes a huge step up. But Two Towers is definitely the weakest link and the most boring of the 3 films. And when you look at the Dune movies, and again, it's all depending on Dune Messiah, right? But I think when you look at those movies, Dune Part 1 is going to be the slowest, hardest watch for most people.
Yeah. Well,
And that's my biggest thing with The Lord of the Rings is we're going so high, and then I just feel like the Fellowship kind of plateaus.
you mean the Two Towers?
Or sorry, the Two Towers plateaus, and then we go back up. But right now, Dune is just going up.
But I think, like, okay, so you're saying besides Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep is in the extended 1/4 of that movie,
Yeah.
and it pushes it to a 5 for you. But it's like, I think that's okay. Like, 1/4 of a movie being perfect and pushing everything you need it to push. Like, for example, like, I don't think Two Towers is the most boring. Like, I do think Fellowship is my favorite. I do think Fellowship is the slowest, most boring of the films. And that's because there's nothing close to the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yeah, but that's what it comes back to, right? Is like this movie is saved because of that battle. It's like my argument with
Which
The
is
Dark
fair,
Knight
but it's still
is-
part of the movie.
Yeah, but it's like my argument with the Dark Knight is the Dark Knight's only as good as it is because of the Joker. Every other aspect of that movie is fine, and that's kind of how I feel about the Two Towers.
But like, I think my thing with that though, and it's been my thing, and we've argued this exact thing when it comes to The Dark Knight, is like, but that is still part of the movie, and it elevates it to a point where like, why I think Dune 2 isn't leagues above is like, even if you're just looking at the Battle of Helm's Deep, like, that's up there. Like, and that's a big chunk and portion of that movie to where it's like, yeah, maybe the rest of the movie doesn't hit for you, but like to say that Dune 2 is leagues above because Lord of the Rings 2 is good until the Battle of Helm's Deep and then it's amazing and it's not as good as Fellowship. Like, I just think that's where I get lost, but let's move on because we've been talking about this for 20 minutes.
Fair. Last piece that I'll say, I'm not the biggest fan of Eowyn. I think that her character and how she like falls in love with Aragorn after knowing him for 2 days and tells him that she loves him, I just dislike that whole.
Dude, no, we're done. We're
Especially after he already tells her about freaking Arwen or however you pronounce
You're
her
not
name.
going to talk crap on Eowyn, dude. Especially
She's
with
great
what
in-
happens in the third.
No, she's great in the third. I just don't like that aspect of the Two Towers. I don't feel like that's needed in that movie.
It's fine. Okay, so we're going to review 2 movies real quick because that part took us long. Conjuring Last Rites. Fun film.
I liked it a
Fun
lot.
movie. Me and Jax gave it 4. Lan gave it 3.5. It reminds me of The Conjuring 3. No, Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It. I haven't seen. What does it remind me of? Annabelle Creation, where like it's got some really good scary moments and it's a lot of fun, but like the story definitely dips and twists and goes places where I'm like, I just feel like you built something really cool at like, you built a really solid ground to where like, I think 35, 40 minutes in, Jax looked at me and he said, best Conjuring movie? And I said, it's built really well. Like, the whole mystery of what this demon actually is really cool that it like it's very mystified. It's not something that's just like a spirit. It actually ties back and it has all these connections. And then the way the third act just kind of crumbles. But it's still fun. And Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are fantastic. They make the Conjuring movies great. Those are kind of my thoughts. What did you guys think?
I liked everything until like the final moment. I feel like they tried to have like this big, like, I don't know what it would be called. Like, I don't know, just when they like finally defeat the demon, you know, it was supposed to be like this big moment. And I was like, that was kind of weird.
Underwhelming.
But I did like the whole thing with like the daughter where the mom is like, just ignore it, you know, like push it out. And then at the end, it's like, nah, embrace it. And I think that was kind of cool. Like, you know, embrace the darkness, dude. But
Yeah, Batman.
yeah, that I also think the love story is kind of fun. Like, not really expecting it, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
decent
too.
little like romance
Yeah,
in there.
best rom-com so far of the year.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Could be, but I don't know. I still think the first Conjuring's the best.
Yeah.
But
Conjuring 1 is so good. It's so scary. Conjuring 2 is really good too. But then the rest of the series and like the spin-offs are all like either bad or fun. And this one kind of follows that formula. Like it's not great. I think it's pretty good and I just had a shit ton of fun with it.
yeah,
Jax, what you think?
I really liked it. I like how it was scary in more ways than just a jump scare. Like, I was talking to Seth about this, like, kept leaning over to him during the movie. Like, every time I got the chills or, like, just felt like it made my skin crawl, I think that that's always better than just constant jump scares over and over and over again because those get boring and they also get predictable. And so, what I've loved about horror movies this year is it's been a lot more than just an excessive amount of jump
Just
scares.
makes you feel uneasy the whole time.
Yeah, like the whole time it's just like little things will happen and it'll make your skin crawl a little bit. And I think that's harder to do in a horror movie than just throwing in a jump scare.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the horror movies of old where it's like they depended a lot more on situational horror rather than like, oh, like here you are. Like you think about The Shining. Shining's probably one of my favorite horror movies. And the reason that movie's so good is if you're watching it alone, you feel like you're terrified. It never really jumps at you. There's a few moments, but like you just feel so uneasy. It's the same thing. What's it called? It's I think it's called Don't Follow. Am I wrong?
It Follows.
It Follows. That movie to me, it doesn't really have too many jump scares, but the whole time I was like, holy cow. That's why Zodiac is so good, right? Is because that's like a detective movie that feels like a horror movie just
Yeah.
because of the atmosphere.
When he's in the guy's basement.
Yeah.
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 But that's kind of like, to me, like, I still think Sinister is the scariest movie I've ever seen. And I think there's only like one jump scare in that whole movie.
Yeah.
The rest is just like
It's our boy Scott Derrickson, dude.
kind of
doing his
disturbing.
thing. I mean,
Like-
according to science, it's the best horror
Yeah.
movie.
Like the
That
rest of
movie
it
was
is just
terrifying.
like disturbing.
I've
and
never
you're
seen
just, What?
What?
I will not watch it with you. So
I mean, I'm not going to watch it alone, and who's going to watch it with me?
I'll watch it
fine,
with you.
I'll watch it with
Yeah,
you.
I'll
I've
we
seen
can
it
throw
like
it on.
4 times. But it's just, and the other thing about like Sinister too is like the music is so like creepy and it's very
Yeah.
like loud and good to where if I heard that after, I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, the scariest part of Sinister is it's a movie that like it's based around children. Like that's kind of like one of the main aspects. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It
Yeah,
involves
movies
kids a
movies that
lot.
involve horror movies that involve children definitely amplify the horror.
And Sinister 2 does it more so than Sinister 1, where it's like the kids are so heavily involved in
The
this.
problem with the second one is now that you've seen the first one, it's not as like you know what's going on more. And so the second one, it's so good, but like
yeah.
it's not as scary because of that. If you go in blind to Sinister 1, you no
See,
idea what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm blind to it.
Yeah, it's good.
I've never
Let's
read
do it,
what
dude.
I've never read what it's about. I just
was-
know it's terrifying.
Let's do it. I was the guy for Halloween one time.
Yeah, and it was terrifying. You'll have to pull that picture.
Love that.
I'll have to
Well,
do it. I'll have to do it
after Seth
Seth
watches
sees
it. Yeah, maybe watch that tonight, Seth.
I'm not. No, probably not. But no, cool. Yeah, Conjuring, Last Rites. I'd say if you like the Conjuring movies, go see it. If you don't like them, don't go see it. Obviously, doesn't change anything. Okay, now we got Splitsville, which we all saw, which has Dakota Johnson. It's got. Why do I not know any of the other people's names?
Adria Arjona.
Okay.
I don't know the two
I don't know the
guys'
two
names.
guys' names.
Um,
Let me look it up.
somewhat rom-com,
Kind of.
more drom-com than anything.
It's Michelangelo Covino
Okay.
and Kyle Marvin.
Everyone's very funny in it. This movie is the second funniest movie of the year, in my opinion.
What's number one?
For me, it's The Naked Gun. I think The Naked Gun is the funniest movie I've seen this year. I think The Naked Gun is the funniest movie I've seen since I saw 22 Jump Street in the theater.
I was gonna say I think that this is the funniest movie I've seen since 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, The Naked Gun just hit for me on every level. But there are so many moments that are just classic, pure comedy that are simple. That's what I liked about this movie is the comedy was simple and realistic in like a funny way. It wasn't trying to make you laugh. It was just situationally funny.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I
Lan?
mean, I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I could see it being a 5.
I'm like I was borderline 5.
I gave it 4.5 too.
I think like my biggest praise for it is it's one of those movies that I could just turn on whenever
Yeah.
and I would just be in.
Great background noise.
Yeah.
Too.
Not in the sense where it's like you don't need to pay attention, but like
Yeah.
it's just fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, I told Jax this in the car where I was like, it's the perfect movie that you could turn on while you're doing something and certain scenes will come up and you'll stop what you're doing to watch them. Which like, I mean, it's so good. There's so many scenes like that though. It's like if I'm flipping channels on TV, it's one of those like channel stoppers where I'm like, okay, I'll watch Splitsville.
Yeah. I mean, I would watch it again tonight, honestly. It's that good of a movie. It's also like, look, there's no way that, and I don't know, maybe this is realistic, but neither one of the men in that movie deserve to be with the women in that movie. just purely based off of how they look.
Personality wise, one
Well,
of
that-
them deserves to be with that woman.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like maybe they do, but just going off of looks, it's like interesting that this is who got cast for these roles, you know?
I think that's why
But
it's perfect.
I
too.
think that's why it's so much funnier. I don't know. It's just good. It's a good movie. I would recommend everybody go see it. Obviously, we've got another really good movie coming up this week, but you have until Thursday to see Splitsville before this new movie coming out this week.
There's so many. I'm so behind.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff.
I'm starting to
catch up
travel
on.
again though, and I'm just gonna go see him at night, do my thing, you know.
Fair.
But no, great movie. I definitely, to Jackson's point, recommend it. I do recommend seeing it in a theater where people are laughing with you. But this one's also a good one where if you don't catch it in the theater, it will be just as funny at home.
Oh, that's what movie the Michelangelo Covino, Dakota Johnson's husband. He's in Riff Raff.
Nice. Oh yeah.
The whole time I was like, what movie was he in recently?
Riff Raff's good.
Riff Raff was funny.
No, love that. Well, those are the two movies that we had to review this week.
Yeah, so we all gave Splitsville 4.5.
Yeah.
Borderline 5 though, I think, for all of us. Like,
I think if I watched it again, I'd give
Yeah.
it 5 on a
Yeah.
rewatch.
yeah, I think great movie. And then the other one was Conjuring. We all gave it me, Seth, 4 stars, Landon 3.5.
Correct.
Lovely.
Lovely movies. Now, without further ado, we're going to go through our top 5 book to film adaptations. These are just our favorites, not what we think is best. And then we're also going to name a book that we want to see be adapted, and we're going to talk about the director we want to adapt it. But who wants to go first? Let's run through your entire list. Who wants to go first?
I'll start.
Okay.
My top 5. So if there's like sequels, I can just or like trilogy, I can just put them into one. But my number 1 spot obviously is Dune. Like we've talked about it a million times. One of my favorite movies ever. Number 2 spot is Little Women.
Nice.
Not
Banger.
is it 2019 when it came out? 2019 version. I think that movie's perfect.
Yeah.
3 spot is Lord of the Rings. And then 4th is Pride and Prejudice. And then my 5th spot, I'm going to put Harry Potter's.
Nice.
I do have 2 honorable mentions though, quick. The Count of Monte Cristo, I think is awesome.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And then The Perks of Being a Wallflower also.
That's a good one too.
Where those 2 are like,
Really
they
good.
could sneak in there, but like, just right outside my top 5.
Yeah. Love that. Jax, well, those are great. I think, honestly, only one of those is in my top 5.
Really?
Crazy, dude.
It is
Hater.
crazy.
Is it Lord of the Rings?
No.
Dune.
You said Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a few are in my top 5.
That's my 3rd.
Okay. So a couple are in my top 5. Oops.
Fair.
Sorry.
He wasn't paying attention to you.
I was.
He doesn't care.
I was.
Seth's just focused. He just wants to watch Monday Night Football.
No, I don't. I was focused. I just was reading my list as he read his.
So you weren't focused.
Well, I was, yeah. Well, that's a great list.
Thank you. I like it.
I like
That's
it
why I
too.
made it.
I'll name it right now. Number 1, Dune. Number 2, Little Women. Number 3, Lord of the Rings. Number 4, Pride and Prejudice. And number 5 was Harry Potter's.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, because I just wasn't like fully cool.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Thank you.
Jax, what about you?
So mine, I have some honorable mentions.
Okay.
I'm going to hit with those first. Twilight,
Okay. Love it.
Stardust,
Great.
Fight Club,
Great.
Ready Player One.
Love it.
5th place for me, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
4th place, The Hunger Games.
Love it.
3rd, Harry Potter. And I know everybody hates the film adaptations of Harry Potter because they're not as good as the books, and that's fine, but the movies still bang.
Yeah.
2, Lord of the Rings. 1, Dune.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you have any? I mean, obviously you have Dune and Lord of the Rings. You have to, but any of my other 3 on your list?
No.
Crazy.
No.
I have no idea what other ones are going to be on there.
Um,
I think I know what ones are going to be on there.
What?
I think you're going to have The Godfather.
No.
The
Really?
Shining.
No.
No.
Interesting.
Because I don't think The Shining's a good adaptation of that book.
Oh.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
No.
Silence of the Lambs.
No.
You love that movie.
Yeah, but stop going through all of them. I'll just tell you.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay. My top 5. From 5 down.
Okay.
Okay. Now, here's how I'm going off of it, though. I'm going off of it strictly, like, when I think favorite book to film adaptations, all of mine, I've read the books and really love the books, and I like how they were adapted. So, like, Dune's on there, but, like, it's because I love how Dune was adapted. Whereas, like, like, for me, Harry Potter's not on there, even though I love the Harry Potter movies, like, love them. But when I look at book to film, I'm like, I really, like, to that point. But the movies still bang. Like, I can still love these movies. My number 5 is Stand By Me.
Okay.
My number 4 is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. My number 3 is Lord of the Rings. My number 2 is Dune. And my number 1 is Gone Girl. Honorable mention.
Gone Girl.
Honorable mentions, obviously Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, Arrival, Silence of the Lambs, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Those are my honorable mentions. But Gone Girl is probably one of my favorite book to film adaptations because it's so close to the book. Also, Room is a really good one with Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay.
That movie is devastating.
Have you ever read that book?
No, probably won't ever read that book.
So the
movie
book is
tough.
cool because it's written from the perspective of the son. So it's written like as his journal almost. And it's like written like a 4-year-old or like a 7-year-old would write a book. But it like works really well. So definitely really good. I think One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is just unbelievably good. Stand By Me. After I watched the movie, I read the book and I was like, oh yeah, this is just as good. Yeah, those would be mine, I'd say.
Nice.
It's a good list.
Yeah. Now, my favorite movie from a book of all time would be Little Women, 2019.
Movie's so good.
So good.
Nice.
So
that-
what's your then book to film that you would want?
What would you guess?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Landon knows because I told him on the phone.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were serious about
Oh, fully serious. I want a full
Okay.
full
I didn't
ass
know you were-
series of this. I want a full series,
How many movies do you think it would take?
20. Adapt
what?
the Bible.
Don't. No.
R-rated. Adapt the Bible.
I thought you were going to hit him with the Book of Mormon R-rated.
That would be good too. But after watching American Primeval and just seeing like some of the crazy evil stuff that happens like in religion, and like the Bible has some crazy stories that I think would be really cool. Now, obviously that's probably more of like a TV show thing. But
Who's directing it?
I mean, who do you think? My boy Denis, dude. Give me some sandworms in the Bible. That's all I'm trying to say.
That feels like a cop-out answer to me.
Okay. Well, okay, you guys give yours and I'll look at my book list and see.
Okay.
I mean, mine, we've talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but Mistborn. And it's hard because I know he's been talking about getting it done and he's had so many people that want to do it and just nothing has ever come from it.
Yeah.
But like that's one where I think it would just make a super perfect, trilogy.
Yeah.
And I know the other one is the like the Way of Kings series, but I do think he's right with putting it in like a TV like series because
Yeah.
there's so many of them and there's so much detail that needs to happen. So Mistborn would be my pick. Problem is I would want Denis to do it also, which maybe that's a cop out answer too.
No, I
But
think
just
that's fair.
He's really good. I know it is. I saw someone online a while ago. I can't remember the director they said, but they said since it's like a heist type of book, you know.
Okay.
I can't remember the director they were saying to have do that, but I don't know. I think Denis would be awesome.
No, I love
That's
that.
my choice. I keep going back and forth on who I'd want to play like Vin. I just can't. I feel like when I first read those, there were some good answers, but now everyone's too old. And I
Yeah.
don't really know a lot of like the 12 and 13, 14-year-old
Actors.
actors.
No,
Yeah.
So I
fair,
can't
fair.
really say this person.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I have I have 3 books that I would love to see adapted into film. One of them has been already, but they only made one movie and it wasn't good. And that one is Aragon.
Aren't they doing
Ooh.
a Disney Plus series?
Oh, are they?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think that those have so much potential to be great movies. Um, and I even thought that that movie was really fun. I wish they would have continued to make them. Thought it was fun. I liked the main actor. I thought he was cool. Um, I didn't think of who I would want to direct that because it's not my number one movie or book that I want adapted
Yeah.
to film. The next one that I would like to see adapted to film is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. And she wrote also the Court of Thorns and Roses, which you guys have probably
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
more
yeah.
about.
Smut.
Yeah, but the Throne of Glass series is like way cooler than a Court of Thorns and Roses. Like way cooler. And I think those adapted to film, there's 7 books, I think. So like Harry Potter type beat, 7 movies.
Yeah.
I think could be really cool if you got someone good to direct them. But the book that I want to see adapted to film, and I've heard most recently that it's being adapted into a TV show done by Apple TV. I don't know if that's factual, but it's Red Rising by Pierce Brown.
Oh, nice.
There's 6 of those books, and probably some of my favorite books that I've ever read. I think that those could be great. It's like sci-fi, kind of like dystopian type stuff. I
Yeah.
think the director that there's 2 that come to mind. The first one that I thought of, just because I think he does good, I think he does good book to film adaptations already. But he also is just very known for sci-fi, and it's Steven Spielberg. I
Yeah.
think he could make a good movie, but my overall decision for that was George Miller,
Okay.
because he directed the Mad Max movies,
Yeah.
the newer ones,
Oh, yeah.
and
And the old ones.
the old ones, yeah. But the new ones are like very dystopian, and like the world, like in these books, they're on like Mars and they're on different planets, and I think that he would be able to bring that to life.
Yeah.
So George Miller would be my final pick for Mad Max. Or sorry,
Okay.
not Mad Max, for Red Rising.
I love that. That's great. What?
Did you find yours?
Yeah, I did. I'm just trying to think of who I'd want to direct it is my big problem. Now, this is like maybe people like the books, maybe they don't, but I know that kids especially connect with the books. The Fablehaven series, I think would be an awesome movie series. The big thing would be getting the right director for it. And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't like think any of like the big directors that we hear about every day. I'd want directing it. I'd want more of like a Chris Columbus back when he was making a ton of movies type director where it's like they're just very good at like the kids genre, because I think that movie could be made and should be made for kids, but also like the themes are good, good as an adult. I also think, again, has already been done. I think they should remake Ender's Game
I think they
because
should too.
that's one of the greatest books. I think they should make a TV series of it though, to give it more room to like digest. The thing about that book is it's not very long. It's not a very long book, especially the first one, but like it has so much in there that like you can chew on. I also, just since we're talking about this, I'm really excited for Project Hail Mary. I don't know if you guys have read the book
I
itself.
haven't read the book. It's on my read list. But I've heard a lot of negative comments about the book so like recently.
Really? Like what?
Just that it's really really slow and like really hard to kind of dive into. But one of my favorite TikTokers who just reviews books, says it's one of his favorite movies, and he hasn't led me down a path that I didn't enjoy
Yeah.
ever. So I think I'm still gonna read it before the movie comes out, but
Well, that interests me because, I mean, the book primarily takes place in space, and this guy, for a good chunk of the book, is alone. Um, but one thing I think about the book is like what it does really well is it shifts stories so much. Like him back on Earth, like looking at the past, him up in space, him actually like meeting the alien, like the things the alien does, like especially the audio book of that book is incredible. It's read incredible. Um, I think the movie's going to be great. I mean, Phil Lord and Chris Miller haven't made a bad movie.
Ryan Gosling hasn't either.
name one.
First Man. I think that movie's boring and overrated.
I don't even know what that
Yeah, I
movie
haven't
is.
seen it.
Directed by the guy who made La La Land.
That movie goes crazy though.
Yeah, but Ryan Gosling, I mean, for the most part, he hasn't made bad movies. I'm like taking a look here.
Drive.
I don't think The Notebook's very good.
Yeah, but The Notebook is just a beloved movie.
The
like,
Gray Man's not very good.
Nah, The Gray Man, it's not great. But do you know? Did you guys ever read the books Redwall?
I have not.
It's like the little. This is what it looks like.
Oh, nice.
You
Peter.
ever read those?
Oh yeah. I did read those.
I know this says it's like a movie from 2000, but those books used to bang back in like junior high.
They could make a sick little animated series
Yeah,
of those.
if they made like a dope one now.
Yeah.
I just saw a thing that said Netflix acquired the rights to it in like 2021, but nothing's happened.
Yeah.
But
See, that's my thing with like a lot of books. I think a lot of books just serve better as TV shows.
yeah,
Like the one reason I am partially excited for the Harry Potter series, and I'm not like it's not like I'm like, "Oh, yes, please." It's just I'm excited to see certain aspects from the books that we didn't get to see put to film, that are exciting to me, like the Quidditch tournament in number 3. That is such a big part of that book, but it's just nowhere to be heard in the book.
or your boy
movie.
Peeves.
Yeah, like I think I mean even like the house elf thing with Hermione in what is that, book 5?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think that stuff's so good. I do think a lot of them serve better as TV shows. It's like, for example, if they had tried to make Game of Thrones into movies,
It would have failed.
you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like some movies are just so rich with like character and story arc. Like even to that point, like from what I've read, a lot of the Bryan Sanderson books, people are like, I would rather have a TV show than a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it is so much like lore and knowledge and story going into it.
Yeah. See, I agree. I think the same even with those Red Rising books. I would rather see those done in TV format just because then you can almost guarantee that nothing is going to get left out.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's so much harder to get TV
Money.
like TV money than like movie money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just feel like you rarely see film to TV adaptations unless it's already been tried. Or sorry, book to TV unless it's already been tried book to film adaptations. You know what I'm saying? Cuz like Percy Jackson's now getting TV after they already tried to make it movies and they sucked. They're a lot of fun, but they sucked. And like just that type, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like with big books, but like I am fully pulling up a list, so I do want that to be clear. But like, especially HBO. HBO does a lot of book to TV, but like Sharp Objects, Silo, which is on Apple TV, Big Little Lies, which was a great show. It does seem like Apple does a lot of it too, with like Presumed Innocent, obviously.
Presumed Innocent was a banger.
Obviously, we have like the Game of Thrones. I mean, obviously, Normal People, which is super good. Handmaid's Tale, Mindhunter. I'm kind of reading down these. I think the truth of it is, it just depends on who takes it on because, like, with like Netflix, for example, and they've made some, but they don't like, they don't, the problem is they don't hit big unless there's a big audience for the book because they don't promote it as like a book to TV
Yeah.
adaptation or a book to film adaptation. Like if a, if a Hunger Games is coming out, you're hearing about the book. If, because that book's huge.
I just think like all of the majority of those that you named weren't very popular books. Like almost to your point, like they're not like a Hunger Games level where it just caught a craze and everybody read them.
Yeah.
But those like big
Which is
books,
sad because they're great books.
yeah, they are. But like the big books, like even Red Rising is a pretty popular book. I'm shocked that that's getting talked about for TV rather than a movie because of the size of the
Yeah.
because you can make more money if you do the movies well than you can if you do a TV show well.
Well, not necessarily though, because like TV, like the expanse, the problem with TV these days is everything's on streaming services and we don't have any statistics on what these things actually make for streaming services. Like they, you know, they can put it out there of like, oh, the equivalent, like K-pop Demon Hunters, which was a movie that came to Netflix. It's the highest watched movie on Netflix of all time. It's also the highest rewatched per household movie of all time on Netflix. They said like there was speculation or numbers that it came out that it would have made, like if it was in a theater and everyone who watched it on Netflix or whatever watched it in a theater, it would have made like 1.8 billion dollars.
Dang.
And when it came to theaters for 3 days and made 38 million dollars a month and a half after it was on, like came to Netflix.
Yeah.
Which like, but like the thing about that is like it's hard because you never really know the numbers. Like we know for a fact that like Game of Thrones hit for people and it's one of the most, and you know that they made buku bucks from that. But that was a little bit more like adaptable because so many people had HBO literally for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like even me, like no, because I have HBO for a lot, but like I know a lot of people will watch like House of the Dragon and then they'll cancel their
Yeah.
account and then they'll pick it back up. Um, but no, yeah, I mean it's a fair point what you're saying. It's just more we can actually see the box office numbers
Yeah,
versus like
that's
TV, where I think like internally these execs at these streaming companies are like, this will do the best here. But either way, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just excited to see good stuff.
Yeah.
Same.
Fair.
I am too.
Any last comments from the boys before we get out of here?
Just go watch some movies.
Go watch
Yeah.
some movies. Go
Go
watch
see The Long
Splitsville.
Walk.
Go watch The Long Walk this weekend. Love it. This has been episode 28. Great episode.
We're out.
Jax
Hey.
Pete on Letterboxd. Lando Pete on Letterboxd. Source 19 on Letterboxd. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.